Welcome along to episode 2 of Joga Bonito. This is horrible, man. Welcome along to episode 2 of Joga Bonito. I am joined by Callum, Fraser, and it's myself, Luke. How we all doing?
I'm better after saying that. The energy you bring is unrivaled, man.
Yeah, that's quite something, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm not sure I'm going to be able to match this energy.
Yeah, absolutely not.
Yeah.
Maybe we can just make it a one-man.
Just here watching Luke talk. Just a monologue.
Just me, just staring down the camera lens.
Instead of Callum, Luke, and others.
Yes,
just Luke.
yes,
Yeah,
explain
Luke,
that.
yeah,
This podcast has been tagged up as hosted by Callum, Luke, and others, so...
Yeah, no, we had a wee giggle this week. My pal, I don't know actually why he was doing this, but he put into ChatGPT what is the Joga Bonito podcast, and once it took a bit more explaining, ChatGPT didn't know what he was talking about, but eventually explained that Joga Bonito is a podcast hosted by Callum, Luke, and others. So that I got...
Not wrong.
Well, no,
et al.
Et al. I am et al. So that was quite funny. But aye, we're back.
Yeah,
Back, baby.
and
Ready to go again.
we also realised we did last week's episode about introducing anything at all, and we just started talking about some random stuff,
Yeah.
and people didn't know what it is. Some people probably don't even know what Joga Bonito is.
Yeah.
No.
What is it?
Yeah, Fraser, I think you should explain this one first.
What is Joga Bonito?
Yeah.
Our Brazilian listeners will know exactly what we're talking about.
I've got a Brazilian. I know a Brazilian.
You've got
I was going to say what Brazilian friends. I met a Brazilian guy once. It was brilliant. I got him into playing. I said to all my pals, I was like, right, we've got our six-a-side football team in the uni league, and I was like, right, I've got a boy to come play with us. He's Brazilian, and everyone was like, whoa. And I was like, this guy learned, in the streets of Rio, or something like that. He's a baller. He was alright. I hyped him up so much that this guy was going to be like.
I was like me the other week.
Dino.
To everyone, and then Haslam.
But you scored though, I heard.
I brought you along to Monday Night Football and you scored.
Yeah,
Actually,
okay,
so
okay,
good for you.
okay, we'll take that.
Joga Bonita. Sorry.
So Joga Bonito. It's the beautiful game, and it just sounds kind of cool, doesn't it? I thought we were stumped. We didn't really know what to call the podcast, and we thought of Yogi Bonito for the Scottish connection.
Oh yes.
John Hughes,
What
Yogi. But we
don't want to be too associated with him. It's not a podcast about him. So
Yeah, exactly. I don't know, as a Wraith fan, is
popular man in Fife. He's done a great job there.
Popular man in Falkirk.
very popular man in Falkirk.
Well,
and also
he relegated both the two big Fife clubs.
I think
the two big boys.
He was a stalwart at the back for Ayr United in their 2002 season when they got to the CIS Cup final.
As you remember it well, I'm sure.
Do not. But I was alive. I was 4. So yeah,
old,
we
this guy.
decided against.
So old.
We decided against
Sorry.
the Yogi Bonito and just went Joga Bonito. There is actually another podcast out there called the Joga Bonito.
Shout out to Joga Bonito, my favourite Kazakhstani football podcast. Tough competition we've got there.
So that's us.
And it's ironic because the game of Scottish football isn't always beautiful.
Yes,
But it is sometimes a wee bit. Sometimes. I've not seen
it's
it.
beautiful in its own special way.
Yes.
Yeah.
It can be beautiful.
Yeah. So,
It is beautiful. Depends. Beauty's in the eye of the beholder.
HAA Somerset on a Friday night.
Yeah, that actually was beautiful.
yes.
Um,
So that's what this podcast is, effectively. We're 3 pals.
All right. I'm others in this relationship apparently.
Yeah.
We're pals.
You're pals,
Just
and
me,
I'm
just me and Callum.
We all bonded at the Lowdon League Football Club, the Caledonian Braves, and we love just talking about Scottish Championship football. We all support Scottish Championship teams.
You've
So
got
plenty of waffle.
the editing skills and production skills of someone who needs to get it out there. So
Yeah.
this is
But Luke's my idol when it comes to videography. So
true. That is true.
I look up to this guy. And you're my idol when it comes to talking. Talking nonsense.
Yeah, not doing much. But we need a platform for you to.
You're my favorite journalist. I saw a picture of you in the Herald. That was you. I recognise this guy.
Actually,
Right?
Yeah, I recognise this guy.
Yeah.
He isn't just another.
He's not another.
I was page 73 of the Herald one weekend. That's
Wow.
big time.
Page,
I don't know.
Page what, sir?
70.
Oh,
73.
Right. Thought I'd seen you somewhere else, pal. Oh, he gets it now. Sorry, that's a bit of journalism banter there. So yeah, that's what this podcast is, and we're here today to look at our Scotland teams for 2030. But before that, we'll have a little rundown through the Scottish Cup action from the weekend.
Can't wait.
Should we start off by acknowledging this lovely shirt on the wall behind you there, Fraser, which is blending in beautifully, if anyone can see it up there.
It is, yes.
So what is the shirt of the week this week?
So this is my contribution.
It's very kind of you.
As I let everyone know I was an United fan.
What?
Let my mask slip in episode 1.
You kept that mask very loosely on.
I do have a lot of United memorabilia in my house, but this one is actually there's a few layers to this.
Wow.
That are sort of relevant to us.
Okay.
So, we start with the first one?
Yeah.
Since it's on the front. So, you'll see the SPFL League One champions in the season 2017-2018.
This feels
what
like
a fantastic season that was. Callum, your memories of that?
Louis Vaughan getting robbed by a goalpost in the 90th minute of winning Raith Rovers the league.
that was, in terms of drama.
Yeah.
Like, if that had been televised on Sky Sports Main Event, or
Helicopter.
the goal show for
Helicopter
that day. That was
Sunday.
Helicopter Saturday.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was.
Sorry to shoot you down there.
Right. Cool.
You seem buzzing about that.
But the context to that season was
Roaring back for the Rovers. Remember
Yeah.
their marketing.
Ayr were scoring for fun. That was
Yeah,
the Shanklin
yeah.
days, Luke McCowan days, Alan Forrest,
Something.
Dickie McDade.
Alan
that season.
Forrest, what a player!
And but Wraith sort of clawed it back. Ayr kind of bottled it a wee bit towards the end.
Yeah, he had
Alloa-
a little run of games towards the end of that season, yeah.
Alloa were the reason for both teams' downfall in the end. Alloa had they came third, I think.
I think he's had a lot better record in the heads-to-heads against us as well,
Yeah.
but
don't
don't really like to talk about that season.
The third and second last game of the season, Ayr were on to win the league comfortably. Well, not comfortably, but they were on to win it, and then they lost this third last game, second last game, went into the last game of the season. It was in Wraith's hand, or the Rovers' hands.
Yeah.
And then Ayr beat Albion Rovers 2-0 at home, I think. And Wraith, it was Alloa.
Drew against Alloa,
And then
who had nothing to play for in that game.
yeah. But Alloa had beaten Ayr the week before.
And then they pumped us out the playoffs that week as well. Alloa.
So a fantastic season for myself.
But at least we stayed down and we got to beat Falkirk to the league title, eh?
I hate that. Why?
But going on to why I really actually
Oh.
for this.
Wow.
Oh, lovely.
This is
As second best striker that season, behind Moffat.
That's true. Yeah.
Beautiful.
So Lawrence Shanklin signed. Fantastic.
Beautiful.
Just we've done. Lord Shanklin, know that.
It's not taking him long to sing again. This. Keep
so
it that way around.
Oh,
Keep it
the
that
other
way
way
around.
around.
Yeah.
So he'll be playing tonight, I assume.
Yes.
In the
Yes, we
final
are
match
recording.
of the-
We are recording this on Monday after a exciting weekend of Scottish Cup action
And championship.
and a bit of of Scarfield. Of course. I mean, but we were going to talk about the Scottish Cup. Fraser, you've got a fun fact about the Scottish Cup. You just blew my mind with this.
Yeah.
You ready? You ready?
Every match in all 7 matches so far in the fifth round of the Scottish Cup, where the winning team kept clean sheets. Wild. So it was
Well, winners to nil.
a weekend for the defences.
Thanks to the arguably the best goalkeeper in the Scottish Championship. Certainly up there. Player I've raved to you about a long time, Callum Ferry. Wow, what a result that was, Queen's Park.
Oh, yeah. Incredible.
That was, and his penalty save was fantastic.
Yeah.
Did you see his interview?
Callum Davidson doing it in the Scottish Cup at Ibrox again.
Yeah. He's a
He
couple
was,
big scalps there.
Last time a keeper had a big performance in the cup.
This right
Yeah,
after
it was-
I put Queen's Park down as 8th in my Scottish Championship table.
I
They're
did
gonna be
actually. I
raised
was
away.
thinking of that. I was thinking I can't remember what you had it as, but we
I
had
checked them in fifth. I
Yeah.
checked them in fifth.
So we were vindicated. Callum's made egg in his face. Although you were predicting the Championship, not the Scottish Cup winners. So
Yeah.
I might be right. I'll be distracted by the cup now. That was a good result.
Very
It made me a bit sad because I was like, Championship team going to one of the Glasgow sides away in the Scottish Cup. We've got no chance after seeing Rafe get papped 5-0. Yeah. So
good outing though.
yeah, it was a nice enough day out.
Nice enough.
It was nice to get out of the house. So
Nice pleasant afternoon.
A nice wee day to touch grass and move on.
yeah, pretty much.
Did they play well? Proud
It
of your boys.
it was kind of Celtic are so good. It's one of them. You go to play Celtic away as a team like that, and it's kind of funny talking about it now after Queen's Park go and do that to Rangers literally the day after. And it's different situations obviously, but it was like playing Celtic. It's like you step out, you try and take them on the front foot, they'll tear you apart in the counter attack. You sit in, they'll knock it around you all day long, and like they were just very clinical as well. Like I say this not in a bad way to him. Josh Ray making his debut for Rafe. Barely made a save, but that's because Celtic probably had 5 shots and were really, really clinical in all of them. Dias made a hat trick, like.
My does different class.
Oh, yeah, he's the speed and precision, So 5 shots, 5 goals, keeping not really at fault on any of them, but just how it goes. Yeah, it would have been nice to see them put up a bit more of something, but at the end
Big
of
money
the day,
spinner for you, Zoe.
could well be. It was good. It was a very good support.
Yeah.
I was pleasantly surprised how busy Celtic Park
How
was.
much did you brought?
I think it was over 2,000.
Right.
So yeah,
Good
it was
numbers.
good away support. Yeah, having a good time. So other than that, Scottish Cup, Hearts tonight.
That's tonight.
See if they can make
So
it
Burren away.
It's toughy.
So hopefully that Fraser's start continues and Hearts end up winning. And
The big man gets on the score sheet.
yes.
I don't know.
The big man.
Which is just there.
No, that's a tight one to call, I guess. You would expect Hearts are in good form, so you'd maybe expect them to.
Rangers being out of the cup though just makes it a little bit more, bit tasty, a little bit tasty.
Very tasty.
That's one of the big teams you'd consider to be there.
The ones that
So
be
you never know.
challenging for them.
I think Hibs and Hearts will be looking at it because Hibs made their way through on Friday night as well. Fraser.
They did.
Got anything to
Trip
say
to
about that?
Somerset.
Yeah, no, it was a thoroughly enjoyable trip to Somerset.
2 good teams playing each other. There.
Yeah, it was actually. It was one of the. Wasn't no, there was quality on show. It wasn't. There wasn't a massive number of chances for both sides. Hibs were the better team.
Yeah.
But Ayr stood up to them and actually looked really comfortable. Whilst I think they were still maybe second best, Ayr looked really good and is promising for potentially a season in the Premiership next season if all goes well. But it was great to a big crowd, 3,000 Hib fans and I think maybe 4,000 Ayr fans. So it was over 7,000 in attendance. Good atmosphere.
I think it was
Under the lights.
7,306. If my memory serves me right.
Right, okay. I mean, I think you are right. Actually,
Yeah.
but that's a wild. How do you know that? Did you just check it there? Have you got it in your
No, I don't. I was just after speaking to somebody on Friday.
Yeah. No, it was a great crowd, and I felt like the way Martin Boyle missed some chances that he shouldn't.
Oh, he should have been burying them.
He should have. In the first half, he had a good header. It's actually a decent header. He headed it down into the ground, but it ended up bouncing over the crossbar. And then in the second half, he missed a sitter. Lenny Agbear sort of messed up a clearance, and he was through 1-on-1, and he put it wide of the post. So the Hibs should have been 1 or 2 ahead, maybe by the point that they did score. But I was saying to my uncles and that was there with on Friday night that it felt like every time Hibs missed a chance, it was like maybe it's one of those
Those nights where that happen.
because they're just hanging in there and Hibs are not quite taking full advantage of their chances. But in the end, Rocky Bashiri, who strolled it during the game, got on the end of it, and so put them through. But it was good weekend of Scottish Cup matches, and
What a competition, eh? The Scottish Cup.
The magic of the cup.
the oldest cup in the world.
Do you remember my video? The Scottish Cup, and we were in it. You guys remember
I don't remember that. That was class.
That's what I'm known for on the streets.
The Scottish Cup guy.
That's Scottish Cup. It's the Scottish Cup, and we're in it. You know. Doesn't get any more iconic than that, does it?
What a slogan.
And we'll catch up a bit more on the Scottish Cup. We'll have a look ahead maybe to what some of the ties could be, what we want to see. We are here today to predict our Scotland teams for 2030, so we'll come on to that very soon. Is that all our thoughts on the Scottish Cup there? Yeah. Right, so we're going to be back to do some challenges at the end of this, and if if we are waffling too much, people have permission just to jump to that if they want to. But you wouldn't want to miss this because this is going to be wild. We're going to be predicting the Scotland team for the 2030 World Cup, which they're definitely going to qualify. It's going to be on home soil, some of that tournament, isn't it?
No.
No.
Oh no, wait, I'm getting mixed up with the year. Oh no, sorry. Oh, we were going to do 28 before, but we're doing. Sorry. This last minute change of plans of 2030 is throwing me off there. Apologies.
2030 is Oh, we should know. Is that Spain, Portugal, and
Morocco.
Let's do a bit
Morocco.
of research.
Yes, it is. My goodness.
I feel like that's not something we should have to research. That's quite. Yeah, sorry, I always get mixed up the Euros there for a second.
Yeah.
But obviously, yeah.
But we will have won the 2028 tournament on home soil.
Yeah.
Then we'll need to go through a transition.
Yalla vamos.
No, it's Yalla vamos.
Yeah, vamos.
Vamos.
Yeah.
Vamos.
Okay.
Vamos.
This is
I'm not sure
all
what's going on there.
just context. They've just looked up where the 2030 World Cup and the tagline is "Yaya vamos."
Yeah.
Yalla vamos.
Yalla vamos.
So it is Morocco,
2030.
Spain, Portugal, not home soil.
Yeah, sorry.
Wait, hold on.
When we came up with this idea, we did say 2028.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, perfect. It's that competition. But no, 2030.
Yeah, I think we realised that 2028 is actually really quite soon.
Hold on. Argentina and Uruguay.
Oh, yeah, they're getting like a
Of
game each,
course.
aren't they? Yeah.
Yeah.
Something like that.
That's
Mental.
because, do you know why?
Where's that?
I'm not 100% certain. No, I think I know why, but I can't. Uruguay hosted the tournament in 1930, the first ever iteration of the World Cup, and they won it, I believe. Just fact check me though, and people like to do that.
Yeah.
We are.
No, I could be wrong, but I think that's because Uruguay were the first hosts of the tournament in 1930.
Correct. Yeah.
So
Right, we're waffling.
we are.
We're going to get to the point. Scotland's going to qualify for this tournament. Hopefully win it because there's some very talented players in there.
Yes.
We're going to get some sort of thing on screen here. I'll do like a bang. And suddenly we've just changed and we've got a space for our teams down there somewhere. All right. Okay. And I think we're all playing a sort of 4-3-3
Yep.
variation, 4-2-3-1 kind of bog standard. Nothing too crazy around here. We haven't maybe not a 4-4-2. We've not got enough strikers. I don't know. But anyway, we'll get into that. Oh, we'll see. We will see. It's going to be good. It's going to be juicy. We'll run through our goalkeeper and our back four. Fraser, do you want to tell us your four and then Luke?
So in goals, pretty standard. We've not got a massive pool of options here. So I've gone Angus Gunn. At right back is my favourite player in world football, Aaron Hickey. Then Ryan Porteous, Liam Morrison alongside him at centre back, and then does he make the cut? I'm not sure. Hopefully he'll have held up by then. But Kieran Tierney.
Luke?
Nice. So in goals, because I know he's going to last that long, I'm going to go with Trey Jordan.
Who's your actual pick and goal?
Probably Andy Snodder.
Craig Gordon, you never know.
Yeah,
Back
but
four.
Trey Jordan's going to last that long, so I have hope. So right back I've got Aaron Hickey. Right centre half I've got Ryan Porteous. Left centre half I've got Kieran Tierney, and I've got Josh Dodge as my left back.
All right. I've gone a bit hot here, clearly. I've given him some hot takes. In goal, I've gone for Callum McKenna.
Oh, I actually never thought of him.
Right back, Max Johnson. Centre back, Luke Graham. I feel mental right now. With Ryan Porteous and Aaron Hickey left back. So where do we start this conversation? In goal. Yeah.
Look, turn his mic off for this.
Yes. I think Alan McGregor's going to come out for retirement. Actually. No. Yeah, not a wealth of options. I think Angus Gunn's been pretty solid since he came for Scotland. How old's 29, so he'll be for a goalkeeper. If he looks after himself, he should be in his prime.
Yeah, absolutely. I think, and I like Angus Gunn. I think
Yeah.
he was maybe at fault for one or two of the goals in the Germany game in the summer, but I think he's a good shot stopper.
Mm-hmm.
He's good. He's obviously we'd be looking for a world class Donnarumma in goals.
Yeah.
That would be helpful for our kind of obviously Scotland. We're going to face a lot of shots over the years, but I'm still happy. I'm quite happy with Angus Gunn. There's other options. Kieran Slicker.
Has anyone ever seen him play? I mean,
But he's,
I don't know too much about him.
Yeah, neither really, but he did get called up by Steve Clark,
Yeah.
I think, to have a look at him. He's in the Ipswich squad.
I think he's
Oh,
third choice keeper
yeah.
though, isn't he?
Yeah, so
Yeah.
he's obviously,
Wait and see.
yeah, there's potential there, and he's young, so
I think he came from Man City's academy actually.
Yeah, he did. Yeah,
he did.
yeah. Well, I've gone for Callum McKenna because I decided to go a bit different. Obviously, Angus Gunn is the safe bet there. I think obviously you've got the floor and the ceiling there. I think Callum McKenna's got a really high ceiling there. Saw him play for Queen's Park before he made his move down to Bournemouth where he is now, and we've had plenty of praise here for Callum Ferry, already mentioned once today, and the fact that he dislodged him for a fair bit at the start of last season, at the age of 16, and he looked like, he didn't look like a 16-year-old in goal, and he was really modern in his way of playing out. I think he eventually lost his place to Callum again, which is understandable. Then he got his move down to Bournemouth. But what I saw from him at that age made you think, he could be something. I think, Gunn makes sense. I think he's been good for Scotland. I think maybe his game overall's got a few flaws in it, certainly. Yeah. So maybe I'd say
that's where
there's a chance I wouldn't have him nailed on. If this was a 29-year-old Craig Gordon or something like that, I'd say definitely. But Angus Gunn, I'm not quite as convinced by. And if Callum McKenna becomes a first choice goalkeeper somewhere, you probably look at him getting a line move in a couple of years or whatever. 16, the fact he was playing first team football, especially for a goalkeeper, I think that's insane. Yeah. So young. So I've gone out for that one there. Maybe he will be, maybe not.
I actually like it, and I'm kind of disappointed myself for not going with that as well. I think that's real. He's got real potential.
Yeah, high ceiling. Yeah.
Oh, massively high ceiling, and he went to Bournemouth, and on paper at the time maybe it didn't look as high profile a move as what other options were on the table. I think Man United were maybe looking at him, Newcastle as well.
Newcastle was the one that I seen.
So there was obviously big teams sniffing around, but he's picked Bournemouth, and actually now, especially this season, that looks like a shrewd move. He was maybe well advised because Bournemouth are flying.
So but wait and see. That's the goalkeeper. Back four. I think we've all got Ryan Porteous in there.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think so.
Maybe not someone you'd put in your Scotland team at the minute. I'm not sure.
Yeah, potentially not based on current form. He's obviously not really having the best time of it at Watford, so he's gone to Preston, North End.
Him and Lindsay at the back there. Nice little Scottish partnership. I think he's one where you always look at him and say he's got his potential, because you'd like to think he could maybe just settle down a little bit. He's had that fire in his belly when he plays always. So maybe I think you'd always say for years and years, and he's maybe not dropped it, but it's probably the reason why he could be so good. Yeah. Then obviously you look back at that Germany game and start the Euros. Don't like to think about that too much, but
that was very sort of reflective of his kind of flaws. But I think he's a brilliant player, and I thought when he went down to Watford, there was a chance at Watford if they went up. I thought he'd
kick on with them as well.
I feel like he's the kind of player that actually, if he was to play in the Premier League, he wouldn't look too out of place.
We saw how John McGinn did it. Went up with his team, kicked on himself and the team, became the captain. He's the same sort of similar profile. There's a lot of similarities there, but I think he's pretty, given his age profile, and there's not actually a wealth of centre backs here in this. So
we actually, Scotland now do actually have a lot of centre backs, but they're all approaching 30.
28, 29 in the minute. So
John
2030s
could be in the conversation.
Yeah,
but he will be 33, 34 by then.
You never know what age. Well, you don't really know what's going to happen now with some of them. But my next one, Luke, I did have to look at you when I said that as our sort of resident Falkirk man in here. Because there's not a wealth of options at centre back. I went for Luke Graham. What do you think about that?
It's bold. I think it's bold. From what I've seen of him this season, it has been kind of that solid, assuring centre-half thing.
Massive, they got him back again as well.
Yeah, I think getting him on this 6-month contract until the end of the season, I think is brilliant, because they can look to extend that if they go up. Which
I think if Dundee should stay up. I wouldn't be shocked if he's back into the first team next season, which would probably be good for him.
But it's brilliant for us to have him back, and
or if folk could go up, obviously. I agree with what you're saying. Yeah.
How old is he?
20.
Yeah,
so
he's still young.
Good. I think he's got the size, strength. He looks really composed, good on the ball, modern sort of player. Look how someone like Luke McCowan kicked on at Dundee. I could see it as similar sort of I'd like to think anyway for his sake. But I've been impressed with him this season. So the other options in there, what was it the two of you went for then? So you got Liam Morrison there, who I thought about as well.
Yeah, I think he's currently injured, or he has been for last month, but he's Bayern. Celtic and Bayern.
He's one of those names you always hear about, Liam Morrison. Yeah. I feel like his name's just been floating around for so long, but I've not really seen him play too much.
I've seen him a wee bit for sort of Scotland youth teams. He's obviously a big prospect when he went to Bayern. I think he was playing for their second team maybe. I think he went to Wigan. Now he's at QPR, and he's had rave reviews at the start of the season. Right. But he's obviously not in the team at the moment. I think I saw he was on the bench at the weekend. Or his most recent game. So he's maybe just getting back to full fitness. But I think I don't know, I've not seen a massive amount of him, but any player that's been scouted by Bayern at that age and lasted that long in their academy setup, he's got to be a player. And he is obviously a very good player, and now that he's had a bit of sort of full time,
it's got to be the best thing for him actually going at game time.
Getting that first team experience.
Well, he's had played senior football with Wigan, obviously League One, I think, pretty decent level, and now he's kicked on Championship and he's looked good for QPR as well. So, I'm nailing my colours to the Liam Morrison mast for centre back, because I think he's obviously got potential, and he's shown it now, and yeah, he could be the man that, alongside Ryan Porteous, wins us the World Cup.
I think there's a very, very quick, not even debate thing to mention. Aaron Hickey's going to be in anyone's team here. Yeah. You're crazy. Yeah. Turn this podcast off if you disagree with Aaron Hickey pick. It's whether maybe left or right back, I think he's just as comfortable in either, so it probably depends on the players we have around him. And I've got a noticeable exclusion of Kieran Tierney on my list.
Wow.
I'm not entirely sure why.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is not one I really fully believe. I think he could. I'm the man. I'm literally sat here with a Kieran Tierney shirt right here. So that was maybe going to be shirt of the week.
And you need to burn that now. Yeah. You need to sell that. It's not even made it in your team.
I'm just a bit worried about his injuries and his fitness. That's probably the one thing. And he's only out because there's other really good options in there. He'll be 33, 34 come 2030, and it'd be great. 33, I think.
33,
yeah. And I think he'll still be a really good player. Of course, he is a really good player.
The fact he's not played much football in the last couple of years, so hopefully he's maybe put a few more years on the end of his career.
Maybe I'd just be a bit worried about how he's going to hold up by then, and the only reason I've not put him in is because there's other really good options in there. I think everything you hear about Max Johnson, he looks like a tremendous player, so I kind of just went for him at right back. There's also, no one's mentioned Nathan Patterson in here, bit more of a unknown. It's a bit concerning how he's not playing at all at Everton.
That's relevant because you're thinking of getting Aaron Hickey out at left back.
Only because I looked at Josh Doig's a good option as well. I like that Luke's gone for that. Tierney could easily be left back, Hickey right back, as you've put it yourself. So yeah, we'll wait and see with Tierney. You've put him at centre back, Luke. Me and Fraser shared a little look when you said that.
I put him there because I kind of also wanted to create room for Josh Doig in particular. I think him
ex-Hibs.
Yep.
Just in case you'd forgotten.
Ex-Hearts as well.
Yeah, he came through Hearts.
Oh, did he? Fair enough.
Yeah.
But I think as you say, Tierney will be getting on when this tournament happens. So you never know, his legs might be just a wee bit gone, but still have that.
It's Tierney in a back four at centre back might just be a bit. I don't know.
Yeah, a bit risky.
Hopefully, I'm interested to see maybe Celtic have obviously signed him as a left back, and Greg Taylor looks to be away as well. So I'm sure he will play left back now.
Yeah.
But interesting to see if he comes up to Scotland and maybe Brendan Rodgers tries something out a bit different. Tries him maybe as he gets more mature and a bit older, that will he
possibly,
and his legs maybe don't have the speed and power that they have had in them in the past. It might try him out left.
Won't be playing left wing for Arsenal like we were talking about last time. Yeah. So yeah, interesting one there. And then you've gone for Doig left back. You.
I think because he started so he was playing for the 21s. And then every time there was a wee dropout, Steve Clark always looked interested in him. But then, obviously, he's not going to be... I don't think he's going to be starting in that team because, obviously, you've got Andy Robertson ahead of him.
Yeah.
He's your captain, so you're not going to be, dropping your captain.
Yeah. He seems like one that's maybe... It seems like he's stalled a little bit in Italy, unfortunately.
Yeah. But I'd maybe... argue against that. He's
well, he did. I thought it meant initially. Obviously, got his move and everything like that. But obviously, good that he's getting back to.
His team Sassuolo are flying top of Serie B.
Yeah,
they win pretty much every week.
Yeah, well, it's more the dropping down to Serie B and everything was maybe just a bit.
Alongside Berardi is playing in that team for Sassuolo, who's I think he won the Euros with Italy.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay.
So he's playing at left back and he's
good.
He's getting full.
So hopefully he keeps just kicking on that way.
And they'll be a Serie A team next season for sure.
And I might have been saying Nathan Patterson in this a bit ago. It's more just a bit concerning, as I kind of mentioned there, that a few managers have been in Everton and just don't seem to trust him. Unfortunately, I don't know really what that's going to be. So defence, are we all quite happy with that?
Yeah.
Right, should we move on to midfield then?
Yes.
Right, my midfield three is... Now, I was tossing and turning on one of the names because I really want to put him in there because I think he's excellent and he probably will start. But Lewis Ferguson, obviously. Billy Gilmore, and then I made a last minute decision. I'm going to keep McTominay in there.
Blimey.
So, sorry, Lennon Miller. I really feel like he should be in there.
No, I can't, and I won't argue with that because I want McTominay to be in the Scotland team as long as possible. And I think he's probably the fittest.
What's your midfield?
Gilmore, Ferguson. I've not I think McTominay's 28, so I've kind of gone in my head if they're 27's a cut off just for this, but I hope to see McTominay.
I think he'll age nicely, McTominay.
I do as well.
And
but
who's your third?
Lennon Miller.
Yes.
And I've got, obviously Gilmore's going to sit Ferguson and Miller. I reckon Miller will maybe be more of a defensive midfielder, but Ferguson, Miller can sort of interchange there in attack. So that's my midfield three.
Well, Callum changing last minute, kept mine, changed the similar to his, and it's actually exactly the same.
Is that exactly the same, is it? Yeah. Well, I'm still flip-flopping in my head. I've got another crazy idea in a minute. But we can talk through that midfield. So, yeah, McTominay, I think one way or the other, he'll be involved in the Scotland team probably come 2030 because I'm interested to see how he develops as a player as well because he's became this very much like attacking midfielder, of course, and he's been brilliant there. Maybe his game will then go back to what he's already had experience of being more of a sitting player when he gets there. Billy Gilmore as well. He seems quite an obvious choice, doesn't he?
Yeah. Not getting massive amount of game time at Napoli. He's sort of getting 5-10 minute cameos at the end of each match. But it's the
fact he plays for Napoli in the first place. It's fine, But
coolest strip in Europe.
Oh, it's beautiful, actually.
But yeah, who you? Well, second. Current.
Or, by the way, if we could get like a Billy Gilmore or Scott McTominay Napoli shirt one week.
Oh,
that's.
Well, funnily enough, one of my friends is heading over to Sorrento. And that's not far from Napoli.
Well, there you go, yeah.
So
Get in his ear.
I've been to a Napoli game, the stadium, a fine stadium. So
the Diego Maradona.
Yeah.
Whatever.
The Diego Maradona.
Armando Maradona Stadium. Is that? I don't know if it's.
I don't think it was called that when I went.
Is it? No.
No, I think they just recently done it after he passed.
Oh.
No, they've done it. It was a few years ago now, wasn't it? But great stadium.
I'm interested, Callum, on your third or in your rogue shout that you've not.
I'm thinking I've just saying Lennon Miller's not in there just feels silly. So I'm thinking he's going to go in now, and I'm thinking I might just put someone random on the left.
Oh, so you're going.
So I'm struggling with a winger.
Into attackers now.
Should we just do it so we can reveal our team and kind of talk for it a bit more fluidly?
Let's do it.
Right, I'm thinking. Because I'm really struggling with my left winger. I said that before. I wasn't giving names, but I was struggling. I'm thinking I might just on my paper here, just put like Lewis Ferguson out there, something like that, or Lennon Miller, or something like that. Whoever's gonna suit it. In the sort of Ryan Christie way of doing it, the way John McGinn does it, I can't see why Lewis Ferguson can do that.
Okay, nice.
It also depends just who.
You're asking a lot of your left back, Aaron Hickey.
Like some player,
offering width.
So I'm going for him. Obviously, I think we'll probably have Ben Doak in there. Don't want to jump too far ahead.
Yep.
I'm going to save the striker. We'll save the striker because I think that's a debate in itself as well.
Sure.
What's your wingers?
So I'm going to go with Lennon Miller, left winger. Because he has actually been playing there for the Well a few times this season, so he is familiar.
Sorry, it's just the Well.
Because he is familiar with that position, so
Yeah.
I think, and I did actually kind of struggle as well with that
Yeah.
left wing position, but then I kind of did think because he is familiar with that position, maybe not his main position, but he has played there.
Yeah, well, as I say, you've seen Scotland teams recently be doing that. With Christie McGinn out on the left, and it's worked certainly at times. So, and then you've got Doak as well.
Yes,
and then
Doak as well.
Fraz.
So I've obviously gone Doak. Are you playing the right or the left? I don't care.
I think he can play. I think he's actually quite versatile.
Yes, I would. But I've got him down on
Don't put him in goal.
my starting 11 here.
Sorry, I'm just rambling away with it.
I've got him at left wing, on right wing. I'm hoping this requires some politics in Scottish football.
I'm seeing the name. I'm excited.
Yeah,
I'm excited by
This is Joga Bonito.
This is Joga Bonito, and I really hope that this can happen. I don't think it will, but Karamoko Dembele, he's not played, he's not committed fully to England, Ivory Coast, or Scotland yet. He obviously picked England at youth level over us, but I think it's probably fair to say he's not going to play
I
for
thought he
them.
played 16s for us.
He did,
He
but he
flip-flopped,
then he sort of, I think he opted. So most recently he's played for England.
Oh, okay.
Had some redemption arc if he does it.
Yeah, well he's kind of back. He's playing with Liam Morrison at QPR. He's also injured, Dembele, but at the start of the season he kind of, before Doak really exploded onto the scene, Dembele was the small creative Scottish winger. Winger with a strong Scottish accent that was tearing up in the English Championship. So
I'd love to see it, but
those two wee guys on the wings for Scotland.
That would be exciting,
with a robust midfield Gilmore, Ferguson, and Miller. I think that's what balance, man.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Wonderful.
I like this. And into our strike force. I think this is interesting, the strikers. There's quite a few good names. Luke, do you want to go first?
Yeah, cool. Yeah. So
Cool, sure.
yeah, sure. So I've not really been like the most adventurous, but like I think he has started to look good in every game that he's started. Like, well, I think he's only started one for Scotland, but when I seen him, I thought he looked good, and I'm gonna go with Tommy Conway.
Okay, I'm glad you didn't say Eamon Brophy there or something like that.
No, even.
Well, he started one game for Scotland.
Good chemistry with Ben Doak.
Yes, two teammates at Middlesbrough.
Yes.
Who've you gone for?
Ryan Oney.
I like that. I've gone for your man, James Wilson.
Oh, James Wilson. I thought it was Rory Wilson. Interesting.
No, I went for James Wilson.
Interesting.
I've been a fan of his. So, Tommy Conway, safe bet. What was he, 22 years old?
Yeah.
Plenty of
like the
energy.
Angus
He'll be
Gunn.
a great age.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's the
Great age.
That's my favourite age. No, we're not doing that. Wait, where were we? How old's Ben Doak? No,
We want to know how old Ben Doak is.
no, we
He's
don't.
18. He's 18.
Oh!
He's 19 actually. I think he's 19.
Great age.
19.
Wow.
And he's from Dalry.
What an age.
Exeter United, by the way.
Yeah, you've
Just-
mentioned that.
Sorry,
You mentioned that many times. Every time you talk about it. Oh, did you know that he used to play for Air United?
Did he play for Air United?
He did.
I actually never knew that, so that's
As in Air United under 13s.
that's still quite interesting.
Dalry Rovers, Air United, Celtic. That was his career path. Liverpool.
What career path?
That's not bad.
Well, there's a pen on the floor. Sorry.
So
Did you know Pelle's played in Troon? Is that not one of your stories?
that is Portland Park. But yeah, you're going James Wilson.
Yes, I am. And you know I've been a James Wilson fan for a long time. From doing our Caledonia Braves commentary on Braves against Hearts-B, where I think he did score against Caledonia Braves this season.
Did he?
Yeah, he did. And I remember seeing him and being like, he really looks... I wouldn't say I'd expect how he went into the Hearts team and made such a big impact immediately. I didn't see that coming, but yeah, I thought he was a real player. And at his age as well, he's got the height, the technical play, the finishing. It'll be really interesting to see if he sticks around at Hearts, how long he does, what his next move may or may not be. But I've gone for him. Again, there's also not like one option that's screaming at you up front. Tommy Conway's a bit
There's a lot
safer.
of
But
promising options though.
yeah, and I like Ryan Oney as well. Ryan number 1.
Right.
Yeah,
I remember seeing him pop up on the team sheet for Hamilton when he was like 16 way back playing against Rafe, and I was like, who's Ryan 1? Because no one was ever putting the little thing on his...
That was before you knew who he was. Look today, saw my board and said who's one. So, huge potential. Has featured quite a bit for Sheffield United this season. A wee bit. He's not starting yet, but
I think he started for them in the Cup.
has he?
Yeah.
class.
So he's starting to.
Which is good to see, he's at least on the radar, yeah.
Hamilton fans talk very highly of him. Apparently, he was different class when he was with
Another player I was thinking up here was Kieran Bowie, who I really wanted to put in the Rafe sort of leaning. In a very similar way, I saw the two of them come in and play full men's football at the age of 16 and are both really well built, massive, solid. Like, there was no issue that you usually have with someone that age coming in. Both of them look like men playing in Championship and League One, and probably the key thing for player development, at that stage, without knowing too much about it myself, I suppose, is, sort of developing that technical side of the game a bit more. And Kieran Bowie got his move down to Fulham at that age, had a few loan spells out. Ryan, he's gone down and he's already involved, which is really promising for him in the first team, but probably a chance for him to kick on that technical side of his game. But also, he was coming on playing left mid for Hamilton, and it really seems like a bit of a project being put in to really mould him into being that sole striker. I saw him play for Scotland under-21s not too long ago, and he was playing that role. And
That's ideal for
I think they are focusing on him being a striker, 100%.
But that is the thing. I think Hamilton have got that good youth to set up.
I've had a couple of players through. Yeah, I've had a couple.
Which I think.
Yeah.
You're not going to go speak about Tony Gallagher for another 20 minutes now.
We won't go there again.
I think Ryan Oney, very promising, but there's also I could have picked maybe 2 or 3 other players at Rory Wilson at Aston Villa.
Yeah,
He's
good
kinda
shout.
stalled a wee bit. He's 19 now, so he'll probably need to try and make an impact at senior level soon. But then Fletcher Boyd as well. Not sure what he's been up to
Aberdeen.
this season, but he had a couple of cameos at the end of last season where he scored 2 for Aberdeen.
He got the winner against Hibs last year.
Yeah, so he's only 16, 17, so maybe similar to James Wilson. Looks like he's calm and got the technical ability. So there's some good options, but I think Ryan Oney's maybe shown the most.
Maybe, yeah. I don't dislike the shout. I wasn't incredibly impressed when I did see him for like Scotland under 21s. He was like, it feels like he's trying to nail in that number 9 position, which he's been out on the wing. Like I remember Kieran Bowie having a similar thing where you look at him and you're like, he's got to be a striker when you see the height he's got and the physical strengths he's got. But at the age of 16, they'll put him out on the wing, and I was actually considering him putting him on my left before Kieran Bowie, because I really did want to have him in there. But another one, I think he'll be a bit more focused on being a striker, and the fact he can play on the wing will probably just be a footnote, at some point. But yeah, I'd love to see Ziggy in there. What a player! Any honourable mentions as well we want to chuck out there?
We actually did.
Yeah, I had a couple. Well, my honourable mention for striker was James Wilson, and then I had an honourable mention for left back, who I'm a massive fan of, and I've seen him a few times this season, and that's big James Penrice.
Harry Milne.
No, James Penrice. I think he's looked great every time I've seen him for Hearts this season. He's just looked so comfortable getting forward, and his delivery is second to none. So, yeah.
Good player.
My honourable mentions would be Luke McCowan.
I like that. I think he's
I
brilliant.
wonder why.
Because he's a wonderful footballer.
Yes.
And taking my Ayr United bias out of it, I love him. I think he's fantastic. And he's basically just Callum McGregor Mark II, isn't he? So,
Did you put their names in bold?
No, I just bolded the players that I wanted to talk about.
Right, so you've got a list of like 15 players there, and you just highlighted and put in bold the 2 Hearts players.
For no reason at all.
He just loves them so much.
To be fair, I've actually just seen one on this list
Oh.
that I've had
Oh.
that's actually just came to my mind. David Watson.
Yeah, I do like him as well, yeah.
I think he's good.
I think
He did make a truncheon tackle in on Cammy Devlin the last time
What a-
I seen him. And
what
I
a
thought
hero.
It was an absolute stinker of a tackle.
I think when there was a lot of talk between him and like Lennon Miller coming through at the same time, it feels like Lennon Miller's got like a bit of a higher ceiling, just that technicality and stuff, but does look like a really good player.
Yeah.
I would be surprised if he wasn't capped by Scotland at some point throughout his career. So,
honourable mention as well, Andy Irving.
Great shout.
Greatest,
yeah, I like that. It's fun.
Greatest career path, probably in the Premier League at present. From Austria, Klagenfurt. Is that
Wow, I'm not even fact checking that. I don't care if you're right there, because I enjoyed that so much.
It's something Klagenfurt.
Klagenfurt.
From Hearts, ex-Hearts as well.
Yeah, I remember him in the Scottish Championship. I thought he was really good.
And now he was kind of a meme amongst West Ham.
The West Ham fans love him.
He still kind of is. It is Austria, Klagenfurt.
And do you know where he was before that?
Where's that?
He was at. So he went from Hearts, but then he went on loan to Berwick Rangers, then to Falkirk.
Well, there you go. That's the Luke Maguire career path if ever I saw one. But he's just suddenly realised he's dead proud of this guy.
My hero.
That's my son.
But he actually looks. He's a bit of a player.
24 as well.
He's
Great age.
To be fair, he's had some journeyman career for.
Exactly. That's why. So West Ham kind of signed him in the summer. I think was it the summer.
I have no clue how he came up on the West Ham radar. But a good player, really good player.
I know how
It's like a feeder club. I think maybe
That's it. Yeah.
Klagenfurt or maybe a feeder club. It was kind of one of those out of business deals more than a football deal.
Yeah.
And then he was instrumental for Klagenfurt, I believe. Because there's some
Klagenfurt home and away.
the Scots Abroad pod keeps you up to date on random
shout out. Very good job.
But I think he was a big player for them, and I think the Bundesliga won.
Yeah.
And if that's what it's called. And
Just right, mate.
but obviously he went to West Ham. West Ham fans were like, "Who is this guy, and what is this career path?" But actually now, Graham Potter's been glowing of him in training. Apparently he's brilliant in training sessions, and he earned his start against Chelsea. And then in the Chelsea game, the West Ham fans spent the whole 90 minutes chanting his name.
Yeah.
So
Andy Irvin gets a big boom. No,
Yeah.
we're not doing that, sorry. Player, yeah, I think he'll be involved.
Do you know what's wild? They didn't even announce like a signing.
Yeah, so it just appeared, didn't he? Yeah.
Yeah, that was how it came. They just randomly appeared on West Ham's books.
yeah, so
Any other names you want to say? We've spent too much time in our life talking about thinking a few months ago we thought Dylan Watcher was going to be next Cafu or something like that. Because we like watching his rise from the lower league. Maybe he's not playing quite as much now, but still, I think he's worth a shout out right back.
sure.
Really talented right back if you've not seen him.
yeah, he's not a mainstay in Scott Brown's team at the moment, but Man United have been sending scouts up, teams from England. But he scored a couple of goals this season, some rockets. And I think he looks good. So he's only 18. So I'm not too worried that he's not.
There's a lot of exciting right backs around, I think.
Another honourable mention, Callum, at left back. Robbie Stewart,
but
Robbie Stewart.
yeah, he's a tremendous player. Caledonian Braves, yeah, generally is, yeah.
Yeah, if he doesn't make the Scotland team, he'll fly up the leagues.
Scotland schoolboy, yeah.
Well,
definitely.
actually, he's already.
We need to keep the scouts might be watching this.
Sorry,
series,
that's true. That's true.
He came in the age of 17 though, made such a run in the team. He was, yeah. I think the Lowland League's generally a league as well, but you should keep an eye out on. There's players in there, you know.
Yeah. The Hearts B team is filled with
two excellent right backs playing that level that have done really well in the Championship, and Watcher and Adams as well at Falkirk, we'll say, coming up.
Jalen Adams, player.
Here at Cumbernauld Colts. Yeah, a lot of talent, and that's worth keeping an eye out on. There's not that much of a gap, I don't think, between these leagues, is there? So, yeah.
Cammy Bredner.
There we go. He's been mentioned. I had the timer. I was wondering how long it would take.
Another Caledonian Braves player that we're very fond of.
Sorry, that is we bet inside.
Scored some belters as well that you've commentated on. Celtic B. Yeah, weren't ready for that, were they?
The exact no chance. That was a rocket. That was one of my favourite ever live goals.
Oh,
serious. Fantastic.
Unbelievable.
But anyway.
If we can run these on screen, we would. So is that all our mentions there for the Scotland team for 2030?
That's so.
That was very enjoyable, boys.
Class.
Right, let's jump into some challenges. We're back for challenge time. Fraser, take the lead.
Back by unpopular demand, it's tic-tac-toe.
Buzzing, right. Who's going first?
Rock, paper, scissors.
It's a Callum vs. Luke challenge. Alright. Wait, is it rock, paper, scissors?
Yeah, rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Okay. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Fuck! Yes!
Oh. No,
cut.
No.
So, I've been trusted this week to come up with tic-tac-toe challenge.
Okay,
So,
let's go. What have we got? What have you got for us?
What's on the table, son?
Along the top, we have scored in Europe.
Ooh!
I would like to clarify. I would just like to define Europe.
Sorry.
Luke's loving it. Loving himself today. Scored in Europe is defined as having scored in the Champions League, Europa League, or European Conference.
The champions.
Dun. Or the Phoenix Trophy that the Caledonian Braves have participated for non-league teams with interesting stories around Europe.
How cute.
The PR guy for the Phoenix Trophy over here.
Yeah.
I'm thinking, do we include qualifying? Yeah.
Also, if anyone's got something that exact where you scored in the European qualifier,
that would probably be a Kelly player for a game.
Oh,
if they've even
I had one already.
Let's keep going.
I don't know. Have they scored in Europe?
Yes.
Let's keep going, pal.
Sorry, and then next is Aberdeen Football Club, not the city. The third one is played in international tournaments. For example, the World Cup or the Euros. Yeah. Or a Copa America, I guess. Then we have down the side here, we've got managed by Derek McInnes. Can you please compose yourself?
Christian Montano, I don't know. He's even South American.
This is a serious game and serious podcast.
Keep going, please.
Yeah. Take a deep breath. Played in the Championship.
Easy days.
Scottish version. And then, last but the best, Ayr United.
Okie doke, Luke, you get to go first.
Smashing. I'm going to go Stored in Europe, managed by Derek McInnes, Kjell Vassell.
Is that true? I assume.
Yeah, he scored in the qualifier.
There you go.
Who was that against? Bruges, Copenhagen or something?
Yeah, one of them.
Brilliant. Okay,
Interesting.
let's put you up there.
Kyle Vassell. That L is for Luke.
Or loser.
Yeah. Actually.
Would I be able to take played in an international tournament and married to Derek McInnes? Played in an international tournament managed by Derek McInnes. Could I say Noel McGinn?
Yeah.
Seen the Euros?
Yeah, no, he was. I've seen him score in the Euros actually.
Do you want to check Northern Ireland's 2016 Euro squad? You saw him score in the Euros?
I was at the.
Oh, he's definitely played in it then.
I was at Lyon Stadium for Northern Ireland versus Ukraine. I think he scored. Gareth McCauley scored. That game was abandoned for 20 minutes.
Now McGinn still on cloud 9 after Northern Ireland win over Ukraine.
Did he score though? Can you just
This guy.
I'm
Oh,
sure he scored.
I quite like that. It's quite a good show.
Joe Stroller now
That's like-
McGinn
that's like
reflects on Northern Ireland's Euro win.
Oh,
Against
yeah.
Lyon.
Nice.
Yeah,
Yeah,
against.
I was there.
What game, eh?
In the neutral zone.
Nice.
Was Will Grigg on fire?
Was that?
Was Will Grigg on fire then?
He was on the bench.
That was before he went on
Gareth
fire.
McCauley was on fire. Kyle McGuinness was on fire. Who else?
I know you love this board, but could you just put it on the table so you can still hold your mic? Some podcast.
That's actually. I've not done this before.
I know you love that board. Fraser's board.
Dude, the pen's not working.
Right,
but
is
the
you,
board
buddy?
is.
Is your pick?
Oh, nice. Thanks. Aberdeen played in Championship. Lawrence Shanklin.
Interesting that you've used him up for.
Use him up already. You're making this difficult now. I feel like he filled like every single one on this board.
I really hope he watches this because he's had about 17 shouts out.
Yeah, no.
Oh my god.
Callum, you cannot have one option here. You need to be.
Did Kevin Nisbet have a loan spell at air?
That was actually a really good move from you, didn't we?
Did Kevin Nisbet have a loan spell at air?
I can't answer that.
Well, if I say, will you tell me?
Of course, I'll tell you the answer to that.
Oh,
But I'm not telling you the answer.
I'm fairly sure he did.
You don't need to look it up.
Okay, sorry.
Oh, he does. I also got confused about all the loan spells that Shanklin and Kevin Nisbet have had, and I always get
It's
them
okay.
mixed up.
I remember last week you can get one wrong.
Okay.
You get two wrong.
It's crunch time.
I feel like if I get this wrong, Luke should get the next. But let me just wrap my head for a wee second here.
Believe in yourself.
I thought I had one there.
Do you believe in life after love?
Believe, Callum. Believe.
Thanks,
I
guys.
sure said. Believe.
Go with your gut.
I feel like I've got a name like on my tongue, but I'll go Kevin Nisbet. Oh, sorry. Let me say. I'll go for played in an international tournament and for United, Kevin Nisbet.
Correct.
Yes, never doubted it.
Played about 2 minutes for air, but he did.
And for Scotland in the Euros.
Yeah. No, he played back a few seasons ago, up top with Gary Harkins at times.
And another one I think that applies for almost everything on this board.
Look, you really need to fight back here,
Yeah, no, thanks, mate.
unless you think that Callum's not got it in him.
Oh dear, I
To
just
win the-
noticed that he
to win
didn't
the
win
game.
it here.
Lawrence Shanklin and Kevin Nisbet apply to all 6 at the bottom. yeah.
Fair, actually.
Played in a Championship
Journeyman.
and international. Oh,
This is high pressure now.
there it is. It's crunch time, like.
Are you struggling?
Yeah.
Pizza crunch, baby.
This is Dame
Don't know why I
time.
just
This
said
is
that.
Dame time right now.
You could just... I mean, Callum... There's a chance Callum wouldn't know that, so you don't need to necessarily... You can attack elsewhere.
And I'm ready to do
Leave
that.
one at the back.
And I'm ready to do that.
Oh.
Joe Lewis for Aberdeen and managed by Derek McInnes.
There's quite a few options for that one.
Yeah,
That's a good one.
I mean, yeah, there's
Good.
there's about 50 options for that one. But yeah, the pen is now not working, but you can see it.
Yep. Not.
Interesting. Callum, if you want to prolong the game, then you know which one to do.
United and Aberdeen is one that I didn't get a name that came to my head straight away. Apart from Lawrence Shanklin and Kevin Nisbet.
There's another.
Is there another? Okay.
There's another obvious one.
Obvious one.
Yeah.
Relatively so, actually. Yeah.
I've got it.
Look, so you either take that one or take that one, or Luke gets the win. So,
Yeah.
or does he? Maybe he's bluffing.
I kind of want to keep the game going a bit longer. I feel a bit bad finishing it off, but we can maybe finish off the board afterwards anyway.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Talk
go
us through the board.
for the win. Played in an international tournament and played in the Scottish Championship. I'm gonna say Messi's best friend, Martin Boyle.
That's fantastic, actually.
That's elite. That's very good.
But I feel like we should definitely
Well played,
double
John.
check this just in case we're wrong again. But
I know, yeah, you never think.
with
Shout
what
out
team,
to
what
the
team
commenters.
for double points?
Who? Martin Boyle?
Yeah,
Hibs?
No, what?
just Hibs.
In the Championship? Oh, he was at Montrose before, but not in the
I'm
Championship.
just checking.
It was,
All
at,
right.
it was also at Dundee.
Is that correct? Although it's likely that. Well, anyway,
Cool.
Callum takes away.
There was quite a few for that one. That Hibs
Um,
team, John McGinn.
Oh, aye, true, of course.
Oh, yeah.
And then the Rangers team as well.
Who was the Aberdeen shout?
Nicky Devlin.
Som today.
Oh,
Marks and Spencer's.
yeah.
Nicky Devlin.
of course.
Ross Doohan.
Yep.
Oh,
Tranmere.
yeah. Oh, yeah.
Fantastic goalkeeper.
Another shout out for Tranmere there.
I'll have Tranmere on the board next week. Anyone else? Not off the top of my head, but
United scored in Europe.
there's a couple of options actually.
Jamie Murphy.
Has he scored in Europe?
Must have done for Rangers.
Was he at Rangers in that time?
Yeah,
Yeah,
he was
he
quite
was,
good for them in
yeah,
Europe, I think.
That's a fantastic shout then. I would never have gone with that.
Aidan McGeady.
Hayden McGeady. That's another fantastic shout.
Wow.
I was thinking of something else, so obviously Lawrence Shankland. Alan Forrest.
Oh, yeah. I like that. I like
yeah,
that.
very good. He started a streamer earlier on in the season in Europe.
Yeah. And I think there was even one game that maybe him and Shankland scored in. I was losing my head over that. That was beautiful.
Championship.
I may have been.
Sorry, I scared you there. Championship scored in Europe. Last Bill.
He did score in Europe, but did he play in the Championship?
Yeah.
Before?
Ross County.
Of course he
Relegated.
did.
It was relegated with Dundee United. I think he might have stuck around for the first season as well.
That's actually quite an easy one then. John McGinn
Yeah.
would have applied for that as well.
Yeah, there's quite a few, I think.
Oh,
Scored in.
Anyone else say United scored in Europe?
Give us some air players. Has Luke McCown scored? Did he score?
I know that. I was thinking about Luke McCown, but I wasn't sure if he scored in the Champions League yet.
Don't think so.
Has Ben Doak scored? Nah, I'm joking.
Fuck that.
Alan McInally.
It's Ben
Alan
Doak.
McInally.
Alan McInally. Did he score for Bayern in Europe?
You need to stop this Ben Doak power. Big and A.
He's ex.
I'm not happy about this.
I think if Alan McInally, if he scored in Europe for Bayern, then he applies.
Well, good fun. Thanks for hosting that, Fraser.
Yeah, cheers for
Luke,
that.
pleasure.
thanks for being rubbish and getting pumped. Sorry.
That's diabolical, actually.
Right.
But you can't even get him back next week because you'll be on tic-tac-toe duties.
Next up, we've got some really fun stuff to come as well. We've got our draft.
Finally.
Come.
Finally, some fun stuff.
Finally
Jeez.
something decent.
Yeah, no one watching at this point. Yeah, we've got something fun coming up, I promise. Don't turn off. We've got a blind ranking to do. Do you want to do that next?
Yeah.
Okay, you two. You're going to have to confer. You're going to have to be teammates for this one,
Get the
okay?
blindfold out.
Kinky. Sorry, right. Right, you guys are going to be blind ranking Scottish Oh, sorry, I'll start that again. It's not championship. You guys are going to be blind ranking Scottish Premiership strikers without knowing who's coming next. So 1 to 5, you've got 5 Scottish Premiership strikers to come.
Are we working as a team?
You guys are working as a team.
Or against each other?
Teamwork is the dream work, you two. Confer. Make sure you're comfortable with all your decisions, please.
Okay.
The first strike you're going to get from your 1 to 5 is going to be the main man behind you. We've got his mural behind us. Lawrence
Is this
Shankland.
current
Premiership
two.
strikers.
2. I'm going in at 2. I should have him at 1.
2.
You guys pretty comfortable with
I
that?
think we'll go 2.
Yeah, 2.
We'll go 2.
Yeah, up next, you've got the Slayer of Hearts, Dwight Gale.
in terms of career,
In terms of
Nah, current. We're doing current.
current,
so in current form,
I'm going to say 5.
5.
Yeah.
He's still got a bit to offer, I'd say.
No.
But
5.
what if
I'm not trying to get involved
Jump
though.
down there. 5.
What if he says Cyril Dessers?
But Cyril Dessers is actually decent.
I'm joking. He is actually good.
I'm saying 5.
Okay.
You guys are a team.
I don't.
You guys feel like you're turning on each other here.
Yeah,
Please
we
stick
are
together,
actually.
guys.
4.5. We'll go 5. We'll go 5.
You go 5.
He's in. His Hibs team are in form, and he's
Yeah, but he's not really in the team.
okay. Fair enough. 5.
Your favourite man? You just mentioned him. Cyril Dessers. Number 5 is gone. Sorry.
He does have. There's no doubt. He actually has serious quality. That goal against Man United was Puskas worthy.
Oh, stunning.
3.
And his goal at Tannadice recently was also an absolute rocket.
Yeah.
So he's either 1 or 5. So, and with that logic,
I mean, it can be, yeah.
3.
That's it, yeah. That's
You
it.
guys bring him 3, so you guys still have 1 and 4 open.
Nice.
Yep.
Who you guys hoping comes up?
Campioca, love him.
I'm also thinking Sam Dalby. I'd like to see him.
Nah, he's a bit.
And you guys would be comfortable
Well,
with
he's
him?
obviously scored a lot of goals.
Just
but
thinking, 'cause you guys still have number 1 left, so...
I'm
your next...
hoping maybe Maida Jota. Is he counting as a striker?
Nah. I don't know. I wouldn't put my idea either as a striker.
Adamida, but maybe we should have had Shanklin first. If Kyogo was in there, he'd be fine.
No changing now. You guys have locked it in. Up 4th is Louis Malt.
4.
At his peak, to be fair,
His peak was
he'd
good,
be up there.
but it's current. So I'm going to go 4.
Well, yeah, okay, but who's gonna? Yeah, 4.
So you have number 1 left. These were all decided beforehand, obviously. Your final choice is the one and only Simon Murray.
Well, a lovely ginger man. That's
A fellow ginger.
That's all you need.
that's okay. He's
Are you comfortable with that,
he's in
Simon Murray?
red hot form this season. Red hot. He's in lukewarm.
Certainly
form.
last season as well. Lukewarm form.
He's no, that's okay. It could have been worse. Could have been a lot
Okay,
worse.
so your final list is Simon Murray number 1, Lawrence Shanklin number 2, Cyril Dessers number 3, Louis Malt number 4, and Dwight Gale 5. Anything you change then?
Lawrence Shanklin 1.
Yeah.
What, Simon Murray,
Cyril Dessers 2.
and then Simon Murray,
And then Simon Murray.
Aye.
and then you happy with Louis Malt above Dwight Gale?
I think so.
Yeah.
If it was Louis Moult in 2019.
Oh, that
or-
goal against Rangers.
Oh,
yeah.
The brace. Wow.
Yeah.
Right, so we're back for our 3rd and final challenge.
Do you want us to do that one?
Was that
No,
AC/DC?
do you want to do that one more time?
Was that
I didn't
AC/DC
realise
you're whistling?
It was ACDC,
Wow.
yeah.
Oh, brilliant.
Do you want to start that again, please?
Okay, right. We're back for challenges. Luke, open us up.
So, today we're going to be drafting the perfect championship winner.
All right, first pick. Luke went first last week, so Fraser, you're up first.
We're doing this by picking individual.
So you can pick
Attributes.
You can pick one trait from different championship wingers, and we can't repeat that winger once they've been taken.
The traits being.
Displayed on screen here. But there will be skill,
Smooth.
IQ for our audio listeners. If we ever get set up on Spotify or something, audio listeners, we need to pick right foot, left foot, skill, IQ, and physicality.
Thanks, Callum.
Thanks, a little dance there, mate.
No.
And Fraser, you're the lucky man getting the first pick here. It's going to be a snake draft again.
Wow.
And then I'll be second, you're third.
Nice.
Perfect. Okay. I fear that this is going to be kind of laced with bias again for me, but
Good.
there's some fantastic wingers.
Too many wingers there.
I think I am going to go for left foot, Logan Chalmers.
Very good pick. Left foot's an important one to get out of the way.
Yep.
And he always seems to use that left foot against Rafe Rovers, it feels like.
Yeah,
He's
he's
scored so many against us.
He's now at Partick Thistle, having
Boing,
a decent season. But I loved him at Ayr. He was fantastic, very tricky winger
pick.
and good left foot. So
Right. I'm not messing around here. This guy needs to be... He's on the board. He needs to be off the board. Oh,
I wonder who this is going to be.
it's got to be the skill of Dylan Easton.
Oh,
Easy days.
Oh, dear.
Are you just
No one can stop
are
that
you
guy.
just hoping you get another DM?
I don't know what you're on about, mate. I just don't know what you're talking about. No. I think compared to everyone there, I think he stands out a little bit to me. So
Right.
I'm going for Dylan Easton. Before you guys can get him, skill.
Respect it.
That's understandable.
On his day as well, like possibly the best player in the league on his day. So
Can't argue with that too much. I might a wee bit, but not too much.
I could argue with it, but I won't. So you've got back-to-back picks here.
Yep. So for my first pick, I'm going to go with physicality, and I'm going to go with Alfie Adjaman.
Good pick. Quick.
Twitch, physicality wise, he can just bully defenders like going into the box, and he's got that pace as well. So
Yes, and if he had some technical ability, he'd be a brilliant player.
Callum, I think he's a good player as well. So. And he tore your team apart a few years boots back. So
Yeah, I'm aware of that. Everyone on this list has. So
at some stage of their career.
Yes, I have. Back picks.
Back picks. I am going to go with. I'm struggling here. I'm actually. Calvin Miller. And I'm going to go with Still.
I like that. Real good player, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just I think just the way that he kind of he's a similar player to Alfie, but just the way that he kind of glides into the box, can put some cutbacks across the balls into the box. Great player.
Right. Well, my next pick then. You did say this was going to be laced with bias, and I really didn't want it to be.
It's going that way. Isn't it?
Yeah, because it's still here. It has to be Aidan Conley's left foot.
Solid.
I need to take that. He scores so many goals on that left foot of his. So I've got two sides of Ray Throwers there. Perfect. Wow.
It's hard to argue with that as well. Two very good players.
Right, you're on next, buddy.
This is it. I've not had 2 picks in a row yet. Last week I was in the middle.
Yes, you're popping your cherry.
So this is it. Yeah.
Sorry, that's
You could say that.
wild. Yeah.
So I'm quite excited. I'm trying not to go down this route because, well, to be fair, I've not even picked an air player yet, so I'm due one. I can't decide who I'm going to go for first because two of the best players in the league, in my opinion. I'm going to go for right foot Jay Henderson.
Nice.
Baller.
Baller, yeah.
Good set piece taker and everything as well.
Yeah, brilliant. He's actually kind of a striker at the moment.
Yeah, he's just
Playing up
dropping
top.
a wee bit deeper.
Yeah, but he's obviously he's a kind of winger by trade, I think.
Yeah,
So
very good player.
he can fit in this. But a fantastic player, and I think he'll have big teams sniffing about him come the end of the season. Hopefully not. Hopefully we are the big team. But so that's my left foot and right foot sorted. I'm then going to go Conor McLennan.
Back to back.
I just don't know in what to pick him in.
Oh, you're just taking him off the board.
I'm just taking him in. He needs to go.
No, he's a great player.
Physicality. He's pretty. Is that fair? He's not maybe not an argument kind of type player, but I'm gonna go Conor McLennan physicality because he's kind of actually playing more central midfield now.
Is he quick?
He's quick. He's big in stature. He's quite powerful and yeah, great player. Now he's really coming into a game. So Conor McLennan for me, physicality.
Nice. Solid.
Right, my next pick here. I think he's the sleeper pick of this entire thing, by the way.
I know who he's going.
Do you? No.
No.
No. He's a winger. He shouldn't be a winger. When you see him, you see the size of him, you see the strength of him, his pace. Sleeper pick in here is Tete Yengi, physicality. 6'5" winger. If that body, put Dylan Easton in that guy's body, oh my god, like you've got like Ronaldo pretty much, you know. So wow, the size of that guy on the wing, absolute monster. You kind of watch him play and you're like, you wishes he uses it a bit more. But
Yeah.
I do think he's a really good player as well as that though. Saw him against Dunfermline recently, scored the goal in the last minute and like, yeah, good player.
Nice.
Tete Yengi, woofed.
Oh,
6'5" winger, by the way. What's that about?
That is insane, actually.
I don't know how you're still there. You went from McLennan physically.
No, I know.
Yeah,
But
he's
he's
destroying
a physically good player.
I'm buzzing with that. I'm really happy this is going so far.
You've not got the best 3 so far, but I'm glad you're happy though.
Wow, roasted there.
Take it away, look.
I know you like slow wingers, and you built one of them, just like yourself. You built yourself as a player. Well done.
Yeah.
Luke, you're up next.
So, my next pick is probably going to be Stephen Bradley of Hamilton.
What for?
For left foot.
Like that. Good left foot, talented player.
Yeah.
Back picks, Luke.
Next one. I'm going to go with Lewis McCann right foot.
Good goal scorer.
Yeah, good goal scorer. Seen a free kicker. I remember a free kicker scored against Queen's Park last season. And
Would
impressed you.
Would have been a tremendous pick for physicality as well.
yeah, he's
Big strong
big guy.
lad, quick. Yeah, would have been a really good pick there. But right foot works nicely. That leaves me with IQ and right foot, I do believe. I've got a few options in here as well. There's a player that I think's possibly the best winger in the championship that's not been taken yet for any of his attributes. But I don't know if I want him for either of them. I've got another bit of a sleeper pick. I'm going to save him for my last one. Hopefully he's still there. Right foot. I think I'm going to... I'm tossing between two here. I think I'm going to go Josh Mullen. I think he's got a really good right foot. His delivery and his crosses, and yeah, he can hit a ball on his right foot, certainly. Really technical player. Played centre mid as well because he's really good on his right foot. So I'm going to take Josh Mullen to complete my three-headed beast of Rafe Rovers wings.
And is that me to finish my team off?
Yeah, your final two picks.
So my final two, I've been racking my brain here. There's one I really want to go for, but I'm trying to be a little bit more balanced.
What's your two things left?
So I've got IQ and skill.
Yeah.
And I think actually
You might be able to steal this right now.
you've gone for your three-headed beast for Wraith Rovers, so is it terrible if I were to do the same but for Ayr United?
You can do whatever you want, buddy. This is a free country.
I could finish off with two. I'm going to go... I'll go skill. I'm still unsure on what I'm
I mean, you've got back-to-back picks here. You can do it in any order you want.
Exactly. But I'm still racking my brain. I'm going skill Aidan Fitzpatrick.
You're a big Aidan Fitzpatrick fan.
Dude,
I thought you've always been a big Aidan Fitzpatrick fan, yeah.
He's tricky, technical, fast.
Good player.
He would have been good for physicality as well.
Yeah, I would have taken him there too, yeah.
So I'm happy with that. And now I'm thinking for IQ. If this was 3 months ago, he'd have been my first pick. So I'm just going to go with it. And I'm going to complete my three-headed beast, as you put it, Callum. Marco Roos,
Solid.
IQ.
Very solid.
What a player. He's fantastic. Every time I see Ayer's lineup come out, I want him to be in it.
He's not the most wingiest of wingers.
Yeah.
Is that a term?
It's fair, though.
Yeah.
He's a
good player.
He trained the cuts.
like a John McGinn winger.
Yeah.
Well, no, he can play out the wing, but he's also he can play central as well. But he's so technical.
So you're happy with the list there?
Yeah.
I like how Fraser loves that little board, doesn't he?
I love that.
He's the only one writing it down.
Yeah, you guys.
We need to trademark this. They're literally Luke's boards. He paid for them. It's his house.
That's true.
And you've just claimed it.
I've got an IOU out on Luke.
Okay. I'm pretty buzzing that with my final pick here, who I kind of actually thought you were just going to take, is my IQ is going to be a player that's played at the highest level of the game. It's going to be Jamie Murphy.
Oh, I like that, by the way. That's sensible.
Can't see why not. Good creativity. Maybe just doesn't have the legs in physicality he once did, but you put that in Teddy Yengi's body. I'm sorry.
Incredible.
Night.
Night. Yes.
I did Jamie
like-
Murphy
I like that.
street smart.
Yeah.
And a very good player, but
It was pure IQ I'm taking. I'm quite happy with that.
yeah.
Luke, finish us off, please.
Final pick. IQ. And I'm going to go with Jambo. But on loan at Wraith. Finlay Pollock.
Yeah, he's a good player. That's a bit surprised you've gone for a young guy for your IQ there, but he's
I think
got creativity.
I've seen a few clips of him here and there, and I think just the way that he reads the game,
Yeah, did you see his goal away to Hamilton? The pitch side filming of that one.
I did, and it was the filming was probably the best part. The filming was probably the best part.
Wonder who filmed that. It was me.
Well, forever be curious.
Well, going off trademark wars here, Fraser, from your time being a lawyer and a journalist, isn't the person that shoots it, don't they own the trademark code? So maybe I could even put that little clip of Pollock scoring a goal just for Luke.
Potentially, yes.
Because I did film it.
Wow.
That is true. With whose camera? We'll look into it.
My hands. I think technically that is the law of it, but we're not going to go into the details of trademark law on this podcast because that would be really boring, and this podcast is boring enough already for people.
Wow.
No, I'm kidding. I'm having a good time.
That was a bit harsh.
No, you look really sad. I didn't. It was a joke, man. It was nothing.
All around the earth, familiar faces.
It wasn't boring before. We have Luke singing to save it.
Choking to sing today, man.
Put a mic in his
I saw
hand.
Taylor Swift on TV last night and
My joke.
he's trying
Michael,
to emulate her.
No.
6-time Grammy winner.
Well,
What, you or Taylor Swift?
Both of us.
It's a team effort.
Yeah.
Well, that was very enjoyable, that. So right, let's run through our final teams. So, Fraser, run us through your final team quickly. Speed fire your final team.
skill, Aidan Fitzpatrick. IQ, Marco Roos. Physicality, Connor McLennan. Left foot, Logan Chalmers. And then right foot, Jay Henderson. Wow.
That's good. That's good.
Wow.
I'm very happy with mine. I've got skill, Dylan Easton. I've got the IQ of Jamie Murphy. I've got the physicality of Tete Yengi. I've got the left foot of Aidan Conley. And I've got the right foot of Joshua Mullen.
Plus. So for skill, I've went for Calvin Miller. For my IQ, I've went for Finlay Pollock. Physicality, I've went for Alfie Adjeman. Left foot, I have went for, and I've just had a complete mind blank.
Left foot,
Left foot.
Stephen Bradley.
It was Stephen Bradley, yes. And right foot, it was Lewis McCann.
I'm not trying to be dramatic here when I say this. I think I've built some sort of Scottish Championship Ronaldo. I genuinely do. And I'm not trying to be like too dramatic there. But have you seen Tete Yengi? And you're giving him the technical ability of Dylan Easton, the left foot of Aidan Conley. Aidan Conley can hit a ball as well as Ronaldo on his left foot.
That was your lad, Tete Yengi, mate.
Do you have the skill?
Is that Australian?
Tete Yengi, mate.
Do you have the skill though, and the ability of what I've built, and the IQ?
I love how this is just like last week where we ended up just arguing about our picks and Luke's in the middle just smiling.
He's just thinking, how can I sing?
I do like yours as well. You've got some good picks in there. I like yours too, Luke. That was some good options. I am flabbergasted, shocked to my core that no one took Ethan Ross for anything.
Yeah, no.
Can't believe that. Skill, I don't know why no one took him for skill. If I didn't get Dylan Easton, I would have taken him straight away. His technical ability is phenomenal.
I feel like Calvin Miller was just that edge better.
No, I would have taken Calvin Miller left for Ethan Ross skill if I was you.
Michael O'Halloran?
Considered him for right foot and IQ,
Yeah.
but also I've never really seen him do anything
I've
at
never
Dunfermline.
seen him either.
And
What, in general?
Yeah, I actually don't think I've actually seen
Well,
him.
he was quite well known back in
He's
St
a-
Johnson
he's a
days
good-
and his Rangers
he's a
days,
very
but
good player.
I've just never seen him play. So.
That's fair enough.
since he went to Dunfermline,
Your
it doesn't
homework
make
for
much.
next week, look.
What's your metric?
Archive footage of Michael O'Halloran.
Back in the day.
I think, yeah, Ethan Ross would have been a brilliant pick. I thought about him for right foot as well, just edge Josh Mullen, but Ethan Ross, he's a real player.
Interesting.
Which I find it interesting that possibly the player I'd say is the best winger in the league, Ethan Ross, wasn't picked for anything. Doesn't really make any sense.
Maybe he just is beaten individually in all assets.
An all-rounder.
All facets of the game, but is the best of them all together.
Yeah.
Well, that's been joyful,
It has.
this
been.
challenge,
been
once
delightful.
again.
Yeah.
I feel like we've had a good
Four
little run here.
Wraith.
Yeah.
4 Wraith players picked. 4 Air players picked.
And no one even took Lowe's Gibson. I'm not happy about that. Would have been a good pick. Physicality is very quick.
Yeah.
If his dad's got good IQ, I don't know if that counts. Starter manager, so
For
yeah.
who now?
Annan,
Is it Annan?
Yeah.
player manager, scored yesterday
Wow.
Is he still playing?
or the day before. Yeah, he's player manager. Yeah.
Oh my god, I didn't know.
There was a wee while where he was like the best player in the championship. I thought Willie
Yeah,
Gibson during
yeah.
COVID. Do you remember when he dropped himself into the middle of the back three at centre back? Do
That was wild.
you remember that?
Not quite,
Yeah, he
to be honest.
genuinely just dropped himself in there, and like it was a game against Rafe. I remember watching him in there, middle of the back three. I was like, that Willie Gibson, like right winger. Yeah, playing centre back, quality, good IQ. Would have been a good pick. I tell you, he would have been an unreal pick for physicality as well, but he doesn't play at that level. Terry Daramola, I was thinking. It was
Oh,
just
that's
as
a
lower
good-
league.
that's a
That
good
would have been
shout,
class
actually. Yeah,
for like
that'd be very
physicality. But I enjoyed that. There's a lot of picks. So
Yeah.
how do you want to finish this off then, boys? We've got a bit of a look forward tonight. Scottish Cup game, Hearts St Mirren. Everyone will
Yes.
know the result of that by the time this comes out. But
Predictions, what we're saying?
Well, based on the first 7 matches in the Scottish Cup, someone's going to keep a clean sheet. Hearts are in form.
Yep.
2-0 Hearts, maybe.
Nice one.
1-0 Hearts.
1-0.
I think it's going to be a close one. St Mirren could pull it off easily too. They've had some good results at home as well.
Yeah.
Beat Rangers and that, didn't they, this season? So
That's true.
you've got a prediction yourself,
Yes.
buddy?
2-1 to the Geordie.
Would be fun. I don't think it. Well, none of them have gone to extra time, so.
That would be exciting.
That'd
But
be
it
nice.
would be good for me. So
But I will be playing sevens in Stenny at that time, so I won't even be watching it.
it's similar to Callum Davidson's response yesterday.
Oh yeah.
Did you see this? He got asked. He was like, "Oh, how are you feeling about the draw? Who are you wanting? And he's like, honestly, I don't care. I'm going to be playing squash.
And on that bombshell, Joga Bonito, episode 2 in the archives.
That's a wrap.
Thanks for listening, everyone.
Thank you.
And good night.